Don't. What if my wine? There's nothing in it yet.
It'll be fine.
You sure?
Yes. It's just like you.
Don't. This is going to be horrible with your fidgeting.
It'll be fine. I'm holding it.
No, you're fidgeting. Find something here. Fidget with
It'll
this.
be funny if it goes, stop, don't touch the table.
Here, fidget with this. Hi, guys. Peter's partially got a voice back. You sound a lot better. Yeah, that's much better.
Yeah, I've decided I'm not going to talk on this because apparently I was very nasty to you last week, even though you can't remember it, which points out how nasty it must have been.
That was like a week ago.
Yeah. Anyway, we do banter.
Yes.
And we do unfiltered banter.
Yes.
And neither of us get offended.
Well, sometimes.
Oh, have I offended you with our banter?
I can't remember with what, but I think one time you said something and I took offence. I should have taken a gate instead. That was really bad. I'm sorry. I've been hanging out with you too.
Oh, is that a joke? Oh, sorry, I'm not picking on Bec. I just didn't realise it was a joke. My dyslexia.
Yeah, I saw a joke about dyslexia the other day. I can't
I know
remember.
you laugh at me all the time. Nobody
No.
sees you make fun of me.
I wasn't, no.
24/7.
It was
about my dyslexia.
It wasn't.
Not a single person
It wasn't about
says
you.
that.
It was like a joke I saw online, and I think it was a bit of a filthy joke. But
Filthy.
also, I'm annoyed at my past self because I couldn't sleep last night. I don't know. I have this like insomnia thing that happens sometimes. I think it's got something to do with the moon. I don't know. But I'm going through one of those at the moment where my sleeping pattern's just horrible. And I was thinking about all these things I was going to talk to today about in the podcast, and I didn't write them down, and now I can't remember them.
So did it actually ever happen?
Yes. I managed to
Well,
write down Jared's sleep talking because he was sleep talking and I thought it was really funny. And so I wrote down what he said so I could remind him, but I didn't write down what we were going to talk about.
Yeah, sorry about the rain
got
again.
That's
Melbourne.
Fine. We're back in our old stomping ground up here.
Old stomping ground because of the rain. Yeah, but so somebody filmed their ex-boyfriend snoring and played it to the world.
It wasn't to the world.
What would you do if he filmed you farting?
I don't
You don't what?
fart.
You did once.
I didn't.
In fact, it's proven
I don't.
that females put out the same gas as a male.
I don't.
They'll just flush it.
I'm a unicorn.
You're a unicorn.
Yeah. I know. But no, I didn't play it for the world. I put it on my good close friends thingy.
Well, that's still the world.
No, it's
so
not.
I copied it and then I shared it with the world.
No, you didn't. He thought it was funny, and if anything, he felt bad that he woke me up from snoring. And I was making a joke because there's a meme that's like...
You're not
Yes.
allowed to make jokes.
You are.
You get told off if you make jokes about people. whole world
There's a
is not
meme
like
that
that.
says, it's like, oh, you sleep, like, scientists say you sleep better next to the person you love. And so I put that in speech marks, so then I was like, the person I love, and it had the little sound on thingy, and it was just Jared snoring really loud.
You let
It
the
was
odd
funny.
snort go
Yeah, I know.
in taxis,
I know. I know.
watching movies.
I know. He talks, so yeah. So last night he was talking, so I typed out what he was saying. It's just nonsense, but it was funny.
Those.
Should we
It should
stop?
pass tomorrow. Anyway.
Should we stop for a minute, or is it fine?
No, I think I can get rid of the most of it.
Okay.
My brother used to talk and walk, and I have a conversation with him every time.
That's so funny. I've had conversations with Jared before when he's talking.
Yeah, but see, I like to try and freak him out in his dream.
You're evil.
So I just used to use phobias against him.
That's so nasty.
So I knew he had a thing about huntsmans. So in his dream I was like, oh, watch out for the huntsman, it's coming up behind you, and he'd freak out.
You would have been the worst big brother ever.
I turned his dreams into nightmares.
You would.
It's funny, one day He said, I had this terrible nightmare last night. There's huntsmen are in my bed and you were holding me down.
Such a shit stirrer of a big brother.
It might be why he doesn't talk to me.
I was about to say, maybe that's why.
I think I was worse to my sister and we get along like crazy. I think the thing with me and my brothers...
Be careful with knocking this, please. Don't knock it.
It's all right.
I don't want it to fall. Peter broke the table when we were shifting it because we had to get the old stomping grounds set up.
I was never comfortable that my temporary legs were going to last.
Temporary?
They didn't.
Oh, yeah, that's right, because you built this.
We built this city. Rock and roll.
Oh, my goodness. We are all on record, aren't we? Yeah.
Yes, we're on record.
I'm just checking. I get paranoid because of previous screw-ups.
I had fun today shooting with Abby. Haven't shot with Abby in nearly 3 years.
Yeah. How long? It was since February 2022 was the last shoot. Crazy. So
she kept on saying she was so nervous, and within 5 minutes she was back into it. And if anything, she was better than I remember her because she was never into close-up headshots. But we finished up on that, and she actually really liked them. So that was a bonus.
A bit funny. She wanted to I was helping her with styling, and she was like thinking jeans and maybe just implied, and I was like, that's always like good look. And then she went, maybe a singlet. Maybe it's a bit too bold to just do implied topless after I haven't been here in 2.5 years. I was like, we don't judge if that's the look you're after.
And I'm trying to think of a way that I do want to do a fairly in-depth thing on Inspire. I can't do it on YouTube because there's too many people on YouTube which will just take one line and use that one line, and it's not meant to be the one line, it's the whole talk. So sorry about that rain rudely interrupting us, but we are in Melbourne. We're about to go to America.
Because you were saying you're going to do an in-depth thing for Inspire, but you can't do it for YouTube because people will take one line and run with it.
Yeah, and I've had that happen before. There was a one-liner, and Bec knows line, I'm not going to mention it here, that I even said to her back when you started modelling. Mm-hmm. And I've heard 3 sleazy photographers using that line for the wrong reason. Yeah. What they're doing is not fashion. They've got everything about what they're doing is not what that line is attached to. Yeah. But I have noticed just different models. There's one particular model that loves, so she said, not 90%, 90% the models that come in here, we have a mood board and we work to their mood board. Mm-hmm. And it's funny how one particular model, her mood board's always implied. A lot of it's implied topless. But it always fails. And I offer her tape and she goes, no, I don't need tape. And it's not like she's squeezing to cover.
But you can tell she's uncomfortable.
No, she doesn't quite cover that well. So I'm forever telling her, no, watch that, move your elbow in, do this, do that. But her face is not comfortable. Mm. And we worked it out that she's not the type of girl who would cover. Yeah. So when she's just she'll wear like a sheer T-shirt that's not going to get canned in social media that she can get away with, and her face is perfect. Mm. And when I say sheer, some of the stuff she wears, it's pretty much nothing left to your imagination, but it's got enough clothing on that it's not going to be banned on Facebook or Instagram. And I do have this thing with models. They say, well, what's the use of this picture? We can't use it. Mm. Unless we're doing it for a magazine or we're doing it for a book or an exhibition. But if we're just using it for our own social media and promotions, we can't use the picture because I'm not going to put bars on it. Yeah. And it was amazing. It came down to that she said, yeah, 100% right. If I go swimming topless, I don't cover at all. Yeah. But the fact of me covering is what's putting her off.
Interesting.
So she'll then put clothes on which are completely see-through, well, not completely see-through, but very sheer, and her face is perfect. Mm. And it's funny how things happen right from the very first shoot. I think the first shoot that we did with Abby, she just wanted the look to be edgier. So we went, I think, white shirt with no bra underneath, at the front, and we suggest she put tape on. And the next, and that's on YouTube, I think that one.
It is, yeah.
And the next shoot, she just said, I don't want the tape.
Yeah.
And most of the time, she's always shot implied because she actually feels better doing that.
But it's even like today when you were doing those headshots, like the second look you did with her, and she was wearing a singlet and jeans and she was sitting down because it was going to make her more comfortable and get a more relaxed face out of her. But the way she wanted to sit, she had her leg up and she had a look and she's like, I'm going to lose the jeans. She's like, I just prefer the look of skin.
Skin, yeah.
And I don't like the look. She's like, I just prefer the look of skin. It looks cleaner, it's nicer, and that's the look I'm after. And so that's why she prefers, because she just prefers
even
that
I
clean.
said thank you, because it's actually my preference of photography is nothing that's adding to the statement, just the model. What was that face for?
Oh, that went down weird. Ugh.
What do you mean it went down
I don't know.
weird? You only have one throat.
I don't know.
Or maybe you have two. Do you have two throats?
No, I don't know. It
You
just
sure?
It just like hit my throat weird and...
Oh, you're going to chuck on me?
No, it just...
You're going to gag on me?
No, I don't know. I just swallowed it weird. I don't know what happened.
You swallowed it weird.
I don't know. It just hit my throat really weird and like maybe...
Is this a you thing?
Yeah.
Lately you've been doing... Did you just swig it too hard?
No, I don't know.
So lately
maybe,
when we're in London... No, sorry, when we're in overseas, there's 2 or 3 times you nearly threw up.
I think maybe I'm too excited and I like...
Too excited and chug it too hard. And you're doing a New York on me.
Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, so my whole thing is, things like in fashion, things like that, I don't mind if there's a boob and things like that. Certain looks where a strong, powerful woman, that type of thing. If I'm doing like edgy, messed up stuff, as long as the picture is more powerful than their genitalia, I don't care about it. But I find a lot of pictures, and I was going to do another talk on that, on Inspire as well. Again, I won't be able to do it on YouTube because it'll be
Showing photos and
photos,
stuff,
but basically showing a feed on, say, X, where they do have both, and showing what makes a good picture and what makes a terrible picture. But my whole thing is, to me, as soon as, number one, we go black and white, we take any time out of the picture. You can't tell what year it was. And especially if it's just black and white, like me, I'm not... In my early days, I used to do some sepia and things like that, toning. But then you instantly made the picture feel old. So now I don't do any of the toning. It's just straight black and white grayscale. And then every single thing that's in the picture is going to add to the story of it. So by removing as many of those things as possible and having incredible eyes is then hopefully going to get the viewer to look at what I really want them to look at, is what's the thought in that person's eye. And to me, that's my favourite.
Eyes.
But that's when it comes to like fashion beauty shots. And I have realised that I like my story shots where there's something more to it. But then, and if anything, they're the shots that tend to go better. I know if I look at all the shots that I know that people like, they're more than just a fashion. There's not many of my just straight up beauty shots that go, like I would say in my top 10 liked pictures, they've normally got more to them. They're not just a tight headshot. And I've been doing a lot of looking and studying. I've been doing a lot of sort of, in a little bit soul searching, looking, not just, the world's changed a lot. So we know that YouTube has really, really crunched down, and all the creators are complaining that, what they're earning out of it's nearly barely worth even putting the time in anymore. YouTube's put their prices up.
For what?
For their subscription.
Oh, wow.
So if you don't have a monthly, they put that up, but they've somehow, every single creator on YouTube is saying their figures are down, but YouTube is saying their figures are up. So YouTube is taking more money. That's all it is. It's
greedy.
Google Google being super.
Like everything's going, the inflation, the cost of living crisis.
Oh, there's a horrible thing that showed the actual price difference, and things like eggs were 50% up on. Everything was like a massive amount up.
On the weekend, there's this viral thing on, TikTok at the moment. I know I always talk about TikTok. It's my doom scroll. But there's this guy that's going viral because he makes these cucumber sandwiches, and he always starts his videos with sometimes you just need to eat an entire cucumber. And he does all these recipes, and he slices up a cucumber and then
You don't really like cucumbers.
I do.
No, you like zucchini, but cucumbers isn't your favourite. You were complaining the other day about cucumbers.
When? I find it to be like, I don't know, I don't mind it. I put it in I feel like make a salad, I put it in there. I think it can be a bit too overpowering sometimes. But this is like just cucumber with some stuff. So I made one.
Well, wouldn't that be more overpowering?
No, because I put what went in mine. Mine I put
Paprika, chili, onion, garlic, everything to kill the taste of cucumber.
No, let me finish, please. I put in...
Oh, sorry, I wasn't picking on Bec.
Soy sauce, sesame oil, rice wine vinegar, crushed some garlic, a little bit of chili oil, and MSG. I bought MSG because he puts MSG in it. And you put a
You bought it? Yeah. Where'd you buy it?
From the Asian grocers at Eastland.
Didn't have to have a big bag at home.
Oh. Well, I only bought like a little. It was like $1.90.
Yeah, well, I've got a bag that big at home.
Anyway, I bought that and put a sprinkle of it, shake it all up. It was tasty. But moral of the story is cucumbers are expensive. That's $3.50 per cucumber. It's like essentially water.
It still has to be grown.
It's crunchy water. That's expensive.
So what do you think of friggin' watermelon? That's just water and it pips.
Yeah, I know. I don't know how much that costs though. And $3.50 for a single cucumber, that's outrageous. Carrots are like 60 cents they get grown. And
They're smaller.
I don't know. Anyway.
I think carrots are easier to grow.
No, anyway.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't grow anything. I don't have sunlight where I live.
No. I won't be making the salad again, but it was good to try it. I was influenced by the internet.
Yeah, I find this. I got a dozen recipes I want to try, and I want to try the cabbage steak. Don't do your friggin' ostrich head at me.
What the hell's cabbage
No, it's a
steak?
fairly big thing.
Sorry, we're on food again.
It's a fairly big thing. It's like I've seen some that is just cabbage, but it's done a certain way. It's like cut like a steak. And it actually does look nice. But then there's another one where they put a beef patty over the pot and put it in the oven at the end. But also I saw a really good cauliflower steak. And they literally slice the cauliflower in great big things and it ends up in the oven with mozzarella cheese over the top. It looked actually really nice.
Actually.
So I was going to try, although... Yeah, I might do a cooking afternoon because I don't think I have to cook for the family this weekend and we're away, so I don't get to cook for 5 weeks. So I like playing and cooking.
I have to cook up a big batch of bolognese because we're going away.
For Jerry.
Yeah.
Do you need another bottle of my sauce or you don't use it?
I don't use it. I make mine from scratch.
Scratch.
No, I was also influenced by another recipe that I made that I will be making again. It's very tasty. Had like some cream and some sun-dried tomatoes and some chicken and I don't know. It was just really flavourful. It was good. I get excited. I haven't found a new recipe I've liked in ages.
There's so many recipes and because I don't want to be that guy.
What guy?
But I want to be that guy.
What guy?
Well, someone puts out and there's one that was better than fried chicken. Mm. And last time Shay was down, I made it up. It was disgusting. And I really felt like sending a message saying, I did this perfect, exactly what you said to do, used all the exact ingredients. It tasted terrible. It was nothing like Kentucky Fried Chicken. It was more like a cake covering. And then looking at your pictures, my pictures looked exactly the same.
But it didn't taste
If you really think this tastes like Kentucky Fried Chicken, you shouldn't be running a frigging cooking show because you got no taste. But... Well, as much as I want to say that...
You're not going to be that guy.
Well, I tried to... My ex-mate, model thing, there was a thing about Carla Kloss having her ribs removed. So I said, no, this isn't a new thing. 8 years ago, back in Paris, the French government wanted to ban models like Carla Kloss because her anorexia was giving off a bad vibe. And she did, you've seen the video heaps of times, it's still on YouTube. I don't know if we can link. I don't know if we can. Oh, we're linking back to YouTube, so they can't warn us for linking back to YouTube.
Yeah, I don't know.
We'll put it in description. Put it up there. But there's a part in it where she's modelling and she goes topless, and you can see her sort of 3/4 of her body, and you see her muscle, ripped stomach, and all this muscle, and that it's impossible to be anorexic and have muscle. It's just impossible. The first thing you lose is your muscle. And it was the thing is, she was a ballet dancer, trains like for 4 hours a day. She's super fit. You never hear people attack the athletes at the friggin' Olympics for being skinny.
Yeah, that's true.
Because they couldn't be athletic if they were anorexic. They're just fit.
Yes.
And if you seriously have a look at the human body and what the shape we're supposed to be, have a look at all the except for Torres Strait Islanders and Fijians and all that area and Aborigines, if you look at most other native people, they're very slim, very skinny.
But so what did you put a comment up?
Oh, he did, yeah. He did.
Oh, my cats are going to be so scared.
Oh, good.
No.
They can listen to Tay-Tay.
So you had a falling out with your friend?
Well, he didn't answer. He's answered everybody else's question. Doesn't want to answer mine.
No.
Maybe he didn't like.
Maybe he's hid you from channel.
He could have hid me from channel.
Maybe we don't know what that looks. We do it to some people, but.
Well, you can find out. You just log on. You go on there without logging in.
Oh, I could go from my account and see if your comment's there. And if I can't see your comment on my account, then he's hidden you from channel.
But it's not a nasty comment. I was just pointing out this is what happened 8 years ago with her as well.
Well, maybe he didn't feel the need to reply to you.
You could put a tick, a thumbs up,
The thumb.
thumb up the bum. No, but getting back to the other thing, yeah, I don't, as much as I would love to, because I think it's really wrong. Not same as some of the friggin', oh, not some, 50% of the photography channels out there that recommend this camera because it's out this week. Now they recommend this camera because it's out this week. Now they recommend this camera.
Yeah, but they're just paid to do that. Oh my God, the thumb up.
Yeah, it's pretty much all of a sudden you see a new camera come out and bang, there's 30 photographers have already done a review on it. They never owned it. I couldn't do a review on a camera without shooting it for at least a month.
Yeah.
I think it'd be.
We know it's fake.
We know it's fake, even though I did a review on the X2D and I only had it in my hands for 40 minutes. That 40 minutes was enough to say I'd never use this camera. But
just reviewing and recommending. I have been recommending my new foundation to like any girl that will listen to me. I've been wanting to find. Rara said she was going to go try it out and probably get it because she said it looks really good. It's so good. I recommend to everyone. Yes. It's Makeup by Mario, by the way. I'm not gatekeeping. It's just it's expensive.
And who pushed this on you?
You did, because my last one was not agreeing with my skin and it looked horrible. So we went to Sephora and I tried so many. I just put them in little patches.
Yeah, I think it was as soon as you put the wrong shade of his on the first time, and the second one was the right shade.
Maybe.
And it was just, to me, it was perfect.
Perfect. It's like so perfectly colour matched to my skin. The formula
just in the
is
consistency of it.
It's so good and it lasts for so long.
Can you buy it in Australia?
Yeah.
Oh, you can.
I think it's like $80 Australian a bottle.
So is it better to put... Is it better to spend $80 on something that's good, or $10 on something that makes you look like crap?
Well, the other one wasn't cheap either, but it just didn't agree with my skin. But no, foundation is definitely the one thing that I believe you should spend the extra money on. I feel like having a...
No, I think anything that you're going to put on your skin should be researched properly to your skin. Yeah. It's the last thing you want to end up with rashes and dermatitis and other shit.
Oh, no, that's a different story. I just mean, like, I feel like cheap foundation looks cheap. And
it does.
And I like to have a nice base. So, yes, I've been recommending Makeup by Mario to everyone. I don't care how it costs.
There was BB cream that came out many years ago. Like, the first versions of that was just so cool because it was so sheer.
Yeah. You can still get it.
Yeah, it's not the same.
Oh.
Yeah, it's too heavy now. It used to be super sheer,
Yeah.
but then the people with bad acne and that wanted something and
Then
they
get a full
changed it.
coverage foundation. Don't use BB cream.
Fucking don't model.
Yeah.
So savage.
It was very savage.
I was going to say, there was a Joe Rogan podcast and Russell Crowe was on there and I wasn't vibing it. And Russell Crowe grows his own meat. And I did vibe his whole thing that they don't use whips, they don't use the cows that just walked around. They just follow you. So he doesn't have to do all that herding shit, doesn't stress him. But he was talking about he cooks his steaks for everybody there with his meat that he grows. And when he said how he cooks a steak, and then Joe Rogan questioned him, and he goes, no, that's how I cook it. And I'm just thinking, all of my cooking experiences, I could never cook a steak like that. It would be horrible. But he cooks on gas flame, but he purposely he firstly gets dripping fat and everything through, so flame comes up through it, like yellow flame comes up through it. And I still disagree with the way he cooks and how he cooks it. I can't see how it's going to taste nice unless he's only cooking really thin pieces. But I tried the flame thing, but mine was on like charcoal. And I just brushed the thing down with some olive oil and just overbrushed it so it went down. And I did the hamburgers. I did the steaks first like that. That Tree and I had. And I gone, oh my, so first sort of smoked them from the normal length to part smoked, part reverse sear method. But then I got the fire really stoked up and did that. And oh my God, the flavour was just so much nicer. So I did the hamburgers like that. And
They were such good burgers yesterday.
I think because it adds
such
that
a good
smashed
assistant.
burger. Yeah, so everybody who picked on me that I'm the worst person in the world, name any boss in the world that would spend an hour and a half custom making. This is including grinding the meats, their assistant, their lunch.
It was very tasty. I appreciated it. We should do another cooking podcast since we talk about food so much.
I can also do the steak one in an hour. I'd have to get the barbecue heat up first, but I'd grind it and do all of that stuff.
You'd grind
Not steak one, sorry, the burger one.
Yeah, we could do that because we did my burgers. We could show people how you make your burgers.
Show the world my burger. Now they've seen your burger.
Oh my God.
That's not really a thing. If you want to see my burger, I've got an OnlyFans page.
Oh my goodness.
It's called Only Farts. Beck said I'm not allowed to use Only Farts anymore. She said it's got old. And
It is. It's not
so
funny.
we'll go back to not a model.
Nearly said a naughty word.
You nearly said it. You're allowed to say one or two.
No. No, I'm a lady.
You're a
It'll
lady.
be unladylike. I'm already unladylike for drinking. How dare they think I'm a wench that swears like a sailor.
I wish I recorded the other day. I should have done that, but I couldn't talk, so it would have been useless.
What?
With the two guys doing their podcast, I want some photos.
Oh, yes.
And people would have seen how simple and easy it is to get cool shots of people who don't like being photographed.
Yes.
But, yeah, we've got a few. I'm doing a kid shoot soon.
Yes. Well, that won't be until we get back, though.
Back, yeah.
But yeah, that'll be
I was going to
interesting.
shoot you.
Haha. A big kid. Two big kids. We should have named our podcast Two Big Kids. We shouldn't have.
No.
Why is it? I didn't know it was going to storm today.
No, this isn't that heavy yet.
Okay.
It'll only get heavy if I run down to top up. Because it's louder outside than in here.
Well, we could always pause quickly.
No, it's all right.
No, because
No, I've still got some left.
Oh, okay.
Oh, now I've got a voice. I can do some canning.
What do you mean?
Oh, I haven't had my wing session. Well, I'm doing my wing session. Maybe I'll get the voice back completely and do my wing session.
Yeah, maybe. Don't, because you might go too ham and then you might lose it again. And it's starting to come back and it's good because we haven't been able to film it. Well, we've been filming stuff, but we're going to have to do
It's been
voice.
nearly a month. Oh, no, 3 weeks.
I think it's been like 3 weeks.
This rain could pay off for another 3 weeks. My app said that it wasn't going to.
Should we?
Let's see if the app has unapped itself.
You just.
Yeah, according to the app, we're in the middle of no rain. Oh no.
You jinxed us. All right, we'll pause. You go get a refill. What were we talking about?
The rain finally went away again.
You were saying. What were you saying? You said you were going to have a whinge, but then we said, then we said that it had been like 3 weeks since you've lost your voice, but we're finally getting back to it. And
Well, one good thing about it, I did the Shay video, which it's not like my favourite video in the world or my favourite song in the world.
I thought it was really cool.
No, but it was. I need to do it, so I keep doing it because it was so like I forgot how to do this, I forgot how to do this, I forgot. So it was all of that, and I wasted a lot of time on that.
I also think as well, like when Shay was down, unfortunately, you couldn't talk, so we did have to film tutorials. But even like we've got that thing on Inspire about the difference of, and every model says it, that they can feel. Well, even Shay was saying, she's like, I don't like if the cameras are just running, I don't mind just them running. It's more when you're talking.
I'm concentrating on the camera, not concentrating
on the
photos. And I agree with that 100%.
Yeah, so because you couldn't talk, we just had the cameras running, and so for you to then do a voiceover, like a fly on the wall, and you'll explain what you're doing and stuff. But I feel like the photos you got are much better than what you would have got if you were talking the entire time.
I wouldn't have taken anywhere near as many.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have fine-tuned as much.
Yeah. So I think that in a way really helps, and it's probably going to make it made for better photos. And it's going to make it interesting.
It's a straight-on educational video. We just do it as a talking because it's not so much about the model getting that perfect expression. It's more about showing techniques.
Yeah.
But with stuff like what we did with Shay, which was content creating for magazines and clients, that sort of thing is really important. We get those killer shots. And yeah, I feel that we got some really good shots. It's now me doing the narrating.
Yes.
I haven't worked out how to do that properly.
What do you mean?
Well, my brain's not that good.
What do you mean?
Well, do I play the video and then talk over and go, oh no, now this is too long, I'll cut this bit out? Oh, now this bit's good. Are you following me? Or do I just talk over the whole video and then cut out the bits?
No, when I was doing my TikTok.
Friggin'.
No, I know it's a lot shorter, but I'm just telling you what I did.
It's also completely different.
No, but when I was doing that, because I would do voiceover, so I would film it all and then watch back. I wouldn't do the talking over. I'd then watch it back. I know it's a lot shorter, but I'd watch it back and then be like, oh, no, and kind of rehearse what I was going to say and then cut out some and then hit record and do the voiceover, and then that was it.
Right, so it's an hour long.
Is it an hour long?
Yeah, it's an hour for...
Edited?
No.
No, that's what I'm saying edit it first and then go back and do the voiceover. I'm saying watch it, and as you're watching it, kind of rehearse in your head what you would be saying, and then if there's a dead zone, cut that out, but keep watching it and rehearsing what you're going to say, and then you go back and do the voiceover at the end. I think that's the way to do it.
Right, with 3 multi-cameras. I know, I'll try it. I'm not sure. I tried doing... I have done narration over the top before. I just found it... I was either trying to rush to get everything said within that bit, or I said everything too quick and now there's just nothing.
Right. All right, well then maybe just talk over
I don't know. I'm really not.
I don't know.
I'm better if I don't think. I can talk underwater if I don't think.
I know.
As soon as I think, you've seen me. You ask a question to answer someone on YouTube, I just go blah 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 blah. You go, oh, can you repeat that? No.
Yeah, I know. I was just trying to give a suggest.
Maybe I get you to do the voiceover.
I can do that. I can be like, this is this.
Or you put on your voiceover voice. It was funny, I was watching some of the old stuff because people have been asking some questions. Oh my God, you have changed.
What, back when I was awkward?
Not even that long ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, how? What have I done?
I don't know how to say. Well, you're more. I don't know if you're trying to be more professional. You're more to the point. Whereas before you would fumble around a bit and.
I think I've just been doing it long enough now that I.
It was just funny. I was watching one the other day. It was really funny. I was giving you a hard time, and I always give you a hard time.
I know. Actually, I remember there was one that someone commented, it was an older video, it was the one with Anna. It was the recreating one where she had the white shirt and the belt on and stuff. Beginning of that, we did it together for some reason and when we hit record and I do this yawn and you like kept it and I think you zoom in on my face yawning.
I'd never do that. That doesn't sound like something I'd do.
It's pretty funny.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah, we used to be... And I used to try and have like a different greeting for each video, whereas now I've just stuck with "Hi guys."
You used to be more quirky and a little bit
Quirky.
fun. Now you just tonight on the news, 10 people were massacred.
Sorry, I can go change maybe.
No, I'm not forcing you. It was just an observation. I don't know how much it must have changed. Most likely. My brain deadness is kicking in more. Someone made some comment, which I laughed at. I didn't understand. You didn't make any sense at all. But they typed it in pidgin English.
I saw that one.
I felt like saying put subtitles on.
You're going to get so cancelled.
Of course I'm going to get cancelled. But I'll only get cancelled by the people that and not my people, because people who are my people would laugh.
Yeah.
People who are not my people are going to try and find a reason to hate and dislike. And they're not my people. My people are the ones who go, oh my God, I can't believe you said that. And I'm laughing, so I'm just as bad as he is.
Well, this isn't like super outland, but I remembered one of the things that I was going to bring up because So the podcast that I like to listen to, which is just a replay of my favourite breakfast show here in Melbourne, and they had a question on it. The female presenter brought up that she's really heartbroken because she's got her favourite pair of undies and she has to throw them out. And then she's like, but I think this is a girl thing. Like, is it only girls that have favourite pairs of undies? Or like, and then like both.
So why does she have to throw them out?
Because they're getting a bit old, like the elastic's like going from them and stuff. But they're just her favourite.
So she's had them so long, she's got fat and skinny again.
I think I think so, yeah. But they're just her favourite, and she's like, and then they're just like a nude coloured.
I don't know if I've got favourite. Have you got favourite undies?
I have favourite undies, but I don't know if I have an exact favourite. Actually. Yeah, but I bought them in like a 5-pack, but like any one of those is like my favourite.
We'll just buy another 5-pack of them.
Yeah, I know, but this is what the whole thing was, is like, do guys have favourite undies?
Oh, they most likely do, but I don't.
You don't?
No, for a while I wore boxers and now I don't wear boxers anymore.
Freeballing?
Freeballing. I don't know, just I don't know what it was. It was just...
But then there are people calling up and, yeah, girls were all like, yes, no, I've got a specific pair that are my favourite.
I've got favourite jeans and favourite shirts, but when it comes to socks and underwear...
I've got favourite socks.
Most of the times the lights are off in the house. Like, I'll get up in the morning, stick my hand in the socks and undie drawer, just grab one and go into the shower and have a shower, and whatever I grab is what I'm going to be wearing for the day.
No, I always, after the washing's done, I always go for the favourites, and then have to wait.
I must admit, I do prefer the jocks that have got your face on.
Oh my God.
By the way, instead of our T-shirts, we have got white wire fronts with Bec's face on them.
No, we don't.
I could make them.
No,
And I could put on the back only farts.
No, you could not.
We could make so much money out of this.
We're not doing this.
We're not doing this.
I just thought it was funny, and I remembered a while ago we used to do questions without warning, and I just thought it was a funny thing to question, to find out if it's a girl or a boy thing.
Must be a girl thing.
Yeah. Because I definitely have my favourite pair of undies.
In the studio, I have favourite undies.
When I don't.
We lost 2 of them. But that coloured stripe one for the sort of the... I know you're not a big fan, but I love that.
Okay, this is totally different because you're not wearing them. Or
No,
are
but
you?
I mean for photographing. Because it's sort of like...
What are you doing when I go home?
Oh, yes. It's only because I photographed myself in them and it has sentimental value.
Oh my God.
It's just that I had to have things hanging out the side because they were too small. They might
Okay,
be a
cool.
bit...
No, we should. I apologize.
started
No, I'm
this.
apologising. I have regrets.
What? Elephant in its ears.
Oh
My God.
You're so not right.
So not right. Of course I'm not right. I watch not right movies. I laugh to not right comedians. I was born in a not right era where so much stuff we could say back then and everyone laugh and not have anything, never have anything bad about. Now all of a sudden it's so devastating. But it just shows my age.
Your age,
My
you're
age.
old man.
Yeah, it might be why I still like people like Jim Jeffries and
I like Jim Jeffries.
even people like Joe Rogan every now and then drops a ripper of a clanger.
Well, yeah, a lot of it is that latest special he did. There was some pretty.
Yeah, so yeah, but I don't. Dave Chappelle, I think, goes too far. I think I always feel like he's trying to push it to get
Like
that,
shock jock.
the shock jock.
Yeah.
Whereas someone like Kill Tony, the few things I've seen of him, it's all ad lib on the spot, and it's like, how can you be that quick and witty?
Yeah.
And how can you be so inappropriate?
I love people that are so witty. Sometimes I can be witty and I impress myself, but I find a lot of the time, like, it'll be like 10 minutes later, I'm like, damn it, I should have said that. I'm just like a bit too slow. Like, I'll try and be witty and I say something dumb and then like 10 minutes later, I'm like, oh, damn, I should have, that would have been a real good zinger. But it's just too late. You can't
I had some mates who were like that. They had that one line nobody was expecting, and if you'd given it to a comedian to work on for a year, they wouldn't have come up with it. But they, in a split second, could just spit it out that quick.
CJ's boyfriend's like, he's so funny, he's so quick, and like, he's just so funny. Some of the stuff he comes out with, he just...
I think that's part of everything. It's like some of the musos that I know can just... something be happening, all of a sudden I'll just come out with this killer riff that just so off to what we were doing, but it fits in so well. There's some singers I know, the same thing, and then there's photographers that just manage. There might be 10 photographers shooting this scene, but their picture is just so different.
Not even certain rappers, like...
Oh, yeah, definitely rappers.
The phrase, like the rhyming and stuff.
The rhyming, especially when Eminem first started.
Yeah.
The one thing that really impressed me was some of those rhymes, and the melody you put to the rhyme was out of beat and everything, just so good. And there's a few of the rappers that I don't like the actual lyric content, but I really, really like the melody and the progression of the words, maybe not how much they're going to rape who and do what to what.
Yeah, because I remember like Casey and Jared both went through a phase of listening to Tyler, the Creator.
Exactly.
I think I asked both of them.
He does some amazing rhyming, but I don't agree with the actual words.
I think I asked both of them. I was like, what is it about this that you guys like? And both of them are like, oh, it's just like the beats and the flow and stuff. I'm like, okay, good. I feel safer around you two now. Thank God it's that.
We don't read the lyrics.
No, but actually, no, there is one song of his that I really like, and yeah, the lyrics are horrible, and there was a time I knew like most of the words. I didn't like singing. I would never sing it in public, but I just liked the beat of it, and I liked I don't know.
We used to do that. Didn't you used to have a bit with Jared where you have a song that was super quick and you learnt it so you could do it?
Yeah, I did that when we were in Europe one year. It's Joyner Lucas, who's an amazing rapper, and I learnt one of his songs. I got her, and I did it. It took me so long. I listened to it so many times every day and just practiced it bit by bit until I got the whole thing down. We got home and me and Jared were driving in the car. I put it on and rapped the whole thing. And the look on his face, he's like, That is impressive. I've recently just done it with one of MGK's.
That is impressive. I see how much work you've done with Peter for this time. We know what you were doing. You've been practicing your rapping.
I think like when I'm getting ready or something like that. I've recently done it with one of MGK's really fast ones. I'm impressed with myself. It's like a little, I don't know, it's just, and there's something just so satisfying about it when it goes really fast and you just hear every word and you're like, yeah. It makes me feel cool because...
My brain's just not quick enough to spit that shit out.
I know. I actually, speaking, while we're on this, I think it was a question
about
on...
my brain?
No, there was a question on I think it was would have been Tipping Point, about Eminem, just because you said him. He has the world record for
it was on Tipping Point, I think.
Yeah, for the most words in...
most words in
a song. It's...
Or in a period of time, wasn't it?
No, it's in the song. It's in Rap God, which I think is like a 6-minute odd sort or something. 1,560 words in 6 minutes. So he rapped an average of 4.28 words per second.
Yeah, so I take my hat off for that because it's like everyone has different skills. Like even there'll be people who are homeless and that, and they will have a skill that nobody else has, but they just haven't found that skill. And it's just one of those skills that's so not me. My brain couldn't process that far in advance what to say. But then I feel when I pick up a camera, now it's a picture, and I might have only moved a little bit.
Literally just about to say, that's your skill, or even with lighting, like the amount of times you'll be doing a setup
there's something not...
Yeah, and you'll just tweak it, and then like you'll show me, be like, so which one do you like better? And I'm like, they're the same picture, and you're like, no, they're so different. But obviously you go like, and you like we see it a lot on workshops with people, and you like do something, and people are like, I don't see the difference, and you're like, no, but like trust, and then you keep going, and then they're like, oh. But now I see, because
that's something I push on the workshops is the polishing.
Yeah.
So, and if I'm on a commercial shoot, and this happens all the time, the first test shot, the client would go, oh, I love that. I said, go away, it's just my test shot. Give me 15, 20 and then I'll have it where it should be. But they were happy to pay for that. But when I get 15, 20 minutes in and I show them what they were happy with and what we ended up with, they always said, this is why I come see you.
Yeah.
The difference was chalk and cheese. And I learnt the pictures I used to look at and love and look at my pictures and go, I'm just a complete shitbag. These are horrible. No, but I learnt they started here. But it was the polishing of everything that got it to here. And it's the polishing of the lighting, the polishing of the styling, polishing the way you work with the model, and the polishing of what you retouch. Not how much you retouch, but what you retouch. And then it's those tiny little 1%ers which make it here, which means it's really hard to see the difference of all those 1%ers. But when it's from here to here, you're seeing a 40% difference, but that might be 60 little steps to get it to there. But same as I was doing, and this is me deciding, fidgeting, leave me. It's because I've been able to, I need to do a lot of talking to finish off videos, so I decided, all right, what's on my list of things I have to do? And my edits sheet was massive. And for the last 3 or 4 days, or might be longer, I've just been going through all the edits I haven't done, and a lot of the edits weren't done because I don't like them. I will never use them. So it was just, that's why they weren't being edited. No, I need to clear. The more I clear off this, then I can get back in, I get rid of all the stuff that I'm not going to use.
Yeah.
But even then, a lot of the stuff I was editing the normal way, and the amount of times I just brought my sliders back and pulled 40% off. But I needed to edit fully to then pull the 40% off. I couldn't edit to the 40%, or to the 60%. But I'm not caught up. I've got two more batches to do, and I'm now into my fun stuff.
Speaking of editing, I saw, like, I know that you, like you were just saying, you like to not overdo it and keep, I know that you prefer natural and keep it looking real, you don't like plastic fantastic or whatever, but someone left a comment recently about editing, and they were saying that, like, they don't like if someone's got a pimple, they'll leave it in because that's them. But I'm like, no, you've got to take pimples out. Like moles and birthmarks and that I understand.
Depends on the picture. If it's a street documentary.
Oh, but if you're doing like a head.
If I'm doing something for fashion, beauty and that, the pimple is not a permanent part of that model.
Yeah.
And if you'd photographed her, all right, so if she got a pimple, don't photograph her, send her away till she doesn't have one.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because I don't think that's a unless you're doing it.
Hair on here. No, it's like here, sorry. Yeah, you got it. It was a hair, sorry.
I think it's one of yours, it's grey.
No, it's not.
Your sister said you had grey hairs.
Anyway, if
she was just paying you back. Your sister's really clever the way she can put on you. Oh, you've lost some weight.
Did she say that?
Oh, just to make out that you used to be fat.
Oh.
Haven't you heard that? You give compliments, but you're actually giving them the opposite. So everyone's doing that to me. Everyone's saying I'm losing weight. They're all saying I'm a fat bastard.
No, they're not. Anyway, jumping back to what you were saying about editing and skin and pimples.
I still some pictures as one of Sabrina's I kept on working on because I kept looking at feeling it feels too edited, even though I've only done dodging, burning. That's all I've done to it. But I turn it off again and go, no, but it looks horrible. And when I finished the rest of all the pictures, I said, oh, that's why, because it looks horrible.
What do you mean?
I should never have edited the picture.
Oh.
So I might have gone, my dodging, burning might have to be a bit heavier because the picture just didn't.
Right.
It was a picture I shouldn't. There was something in her eyes that had that pretty sad I love, but I was more pretty devastated. So, but I think it was what the picture she liked. So anyway,
well,
we learn something every day.
And also speaking of retouching, I will even call myself out for this. Peter sent me 2 photos the other night.
I normally do something different. And I think if I'd done my normal thing, you wouldn't have done it. But normally you sometimes you get a dead flat eyebrow, like a Sesame Street. What's in Ernie? An Ernie eyebrow. No, I would just pull the centre. But you like the end bit pulled up higher.
Yeah. But, so Peter sent me 2 photos that he retouched, and
I love it, but can you fix my eyebrow?
No, I loved them both, but then on one of them, my Ernie eyebrow was dead straight, and I was like, I love it, like, I love everything about it.
So then she face tunes it and sends it back to me. I want this eyebrow.
So I took it to face
pose that eyebrow in future.
Took it to face tune and used the little liquify.
No, but it's all right. Some things like that is something. No, I do some of those things a fair bit where the eyebrows, because Karen taught me hair and makeup and eyebrows shape your eye. If something's not quite right, just fix your eyebrow a little bit and it'll add to the picture. But also, now, I'm talking like half a cent, tiny amounts.
But also the thing is I haven't had my eyebrows done since before we went to Europe, so it's been 3 months.
Not just that. I find that
really
you put pressure on yourself when we're doing naked in the streets, even though you're not naked. There's no reason you always get sort of anxious. You just feel anxious when you're doing it. You know? I feel like we're always rushing a bit because you just want to get over and done with. I could be wrong. I sometimes get that feeling. So sometimes some of your face expressions, like I might have great eyes and great mouth, but the eyebrows aren't quite.
I think it's more because I just don't want to like draw a crowd or like cause a scene.
Everybody ignores you. You're sitting in the shorts and a freaking crop top.
Well, except for when we did New York, we had a whole bloody crowd.
They weren't even looking at you though.
Just say, no, behind us. We did.
Yeah, no, they're all doing selfies of themselves.
No, standing behind because
Oh, behind me?
Yes.
Yeah, well, you're a supermodel. They were going, oh, that's the famous Bec.
No, I think it's just, yeah, I don't, because I like that, someone even commented on the one that you recently posted on Insta being like, wow, it's so cool that like no one's even looking at her. And so And that's what I love about it, is we can pop me in this crowded area and no one's even looking at me, and I think that makes it look so surreal and so
So we're
cool.
doing more?
Yeah, we can.
We can.
Yeah, it just needs to be cool enough. I'm not just doing it anywhere. It needs to be a cool looking place. Like the one in Edinburgh and the real Diagon Alley is cool. The one in Brussels was cool because they're having a
So you
Tomorrowland.
didn't really want to do the one in Brussels.
But then, well,
And it was your favourite picture.
I really like that photo. It was really good. I was
No,
giving
I'm
a good
only
eye.
asking because I've decided I'm definitely going to do a naked in the streets of all iconic places around the world. And if you don't want to do it, I don't want you getting upset if I do it with other models as well.
No, it just needs to be a cool enough place. I'm not just going to do it like...
But there's lots of cool...
Yeah, it just needs to be cool enough.
That place in Geneva, that was freaking gorgeous.
Yeah, I know. I don't know.
But you weren't in the mood. No, you weren't in the mood that day.
What wasn't
Because of storms, the clouds went dark. It'd been a bit... I don't know. You maybe hadn't listened to Taylor Swift for the day.
Maybe I was just having one of my little moods.
One of your little moods.
Me and my silly mental health. Silly little mental...
Mental health's only there if you think about it.
No, it's not. You can't
Listen
say
to it carefully. Mental health is only there if you think about it. If you're not thinking, there's no mental health.
Yeah, I know. It's why I like to try and not think, but unfortunately I'm an overthinker in my silly little mental health. And
I think you're right with the moon. I couldn't sleep.
yeah.
Last night and the night before I woke up and couldn't get back to sleep. And
we've been sleeping
I haven't
for
got
the last
anything. I'm only worrying about content creating, which I haven't been able to talk. But
No, I go through...
I've been happy with everything else.
it seems to be like just a little
Is there
bit at a time.
moon phase?
Yeah, but I don't know what moon phase we're in. And I don't know what, and I haven't looked into it enough.
Why don't we track it and see? But so, is it a moon phase to the stars, or is it a moon phase to your ass? No, to your brain.
I don't know. I just think it's something to do with the moons because I don't know. It's not all the time, but then there'll just be like maybe a week or so that I either can't get to sleep or I wake up in the middle of the night, and then other times I'm perfectly fine. So I could be wrong. I could just be talking
it's
weird, witchy hoo-ha.
There was a thing that it was I can't even think his voice, so I can't give you a link to him. But it was about little things that do so much damage to you that are really nothing. So you need to separate yourself from. Is it like the blowfly thing?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so you got this problem. It's like blowflies. As much as you try and push them away, they're still there. But if you put your problem in a box and stick it over there, you can now stand back from a distance. You're not doing this. You can see your problem go, that's a nothing.
I remember when you first told me that and I thought it made sense, and then every time my anxiety's been bad, I've tried to use it. It don't work don't work.
Well, last night it was doing that. See, I woke up and same thing. The thing with freaking Qantas kept bugging me.
Yeah.
And there's no real big freaking thing. I'll get my status now. It was the fact that they stole points off me.
Well, I
And
definitely
I don't know
won't be getting platinum again.
You won't?
No. We're not travelling enough. I didn't
We're
get...
travelling the same as we've always travelled. It's just that they aren't flying where they used to fly, and they're not giving the points that they used to give.
Well, no, because I didn't get my... I think I missed out on at least 100 status credits from London to London to Dubai, which sucks. So that's already 100, which is a lot of status credits. And then we're not going to... Well, I remember when I got platinum, I went to Cairns at least once with you. We've done Sydney and Brisbane and like things like... And then even going over to Europe, I normally get the extra 100... Well, that much, who knows? Like, who knows? But anyway, I would like to keep platinum, but if I don't, I will go back to gold, and that's okay. But it's been nice being platinum for 2 years. It's been a nice flex. But I will live with gold. I just might be a bit sad. But I will live.
You will live.
I will live. I just might be a bit sad about it. But it's okay. Gold is still...
I got a little...
I just don't.
I've got a little emerald
I know,
today.
you've got gold for life now. I don't even have silver for life. But see, I don't want to go below gold because
Is there a silver for life?
yeah, I'm about to. I will hit it soonish. But I don't. What is that? That doesn't even get you into the lounge.
Yes, it does. Gold.
Silver.
Oh, silver, no.
No, that's what I mean. I need gold.
Silver, you can use a toilet.
I'm
Anyway, but I'm finding this isn't just quantity. This is all. The world is so money-driven, big business. It's like who can make the biggest trillion profit
well, so yeah.
rather than supply a really good service.
So our gripe with this was that we were, looking up our flying status because with the
We're
amount...
flying the same to just cut the status off our flights.
But also with the amount, like I know that we probably sound a bit snobbish, but things like when we travel as much as we do, having a lounge is such a nice thing, and like getting priority boarding and stuff like that, little things like that makes a world of difference. Just little
We're
comforts.
travelling up to 6 months a year.
Yeah.
And
just little comforts like that.
My three biggest hates is airports, customs, Airbnbs.
Which is,
And shitty friggin' overpriced restaurants.
Yeah. But so little, like if we can make all the flying a little bit easier, having these flying perks. But so we normally fly with Qantas, and that's One World. And so I looked up on their website, but there's no such thing as just that you can't just join like a program with them, which would make so much more sense if you could
There's
just...
20 different airlines under One World.
Yeah, so it would make so much more sense.
It didn't matter who you flew with in One World. The credits you picked up went to your One World credits.
Yes, but they don't have that. And I'm like, well, that's
stupid. Of course they're not. That
would make it too easy for people.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's our whinge.
That's all right. I've got plans. I just don't know how to get it off and running, but I do have plans.
Do you have plans?
I have plans, yes.
Oh, okay.
There's cargo planes. There's big areas. You just take your own mattress and you can slay down in the back of them.
Why don't we get a private jet?
Why don't we get it? Because there's a famous paparazzi photographer that says, if it F's, you rent it. He had a famous saying, if it starts with F, you rent it.
Oh.
If it floats, as in boats, if it flies, as in layer jets, or if it fucks, as in women, you rent it. He lost 3/4 of his money, planes, boats. He bought a $2 million boat and didn't insure it and sunk it. He had a Learjet for 3 years. It cost him $6 million for 3 years. And he had 2 wives that cleaned out every other cent he had. Well, sorry, they weren't wives. They were kindergarten students. No, you know what I mean. He's friggin'...
Bits of fluff.
She's bits of fluff. She looks pretty now. But I'm an old fat fart. She'll stay with me. No.
She just wants your money.
She's only with you for one reason. Get over it.
Hooly dooly.
I
think I've been keeping tabs of the time that we had to stop.
You're bored, are you?
No, I'm not bored. I'm just...
You're cutting this off.
No, I'm just trying to make... Okay, so
mathematics. This is going to end well. I'm not picking on her. I'm supporting of her. I'm very supportive of Bec.
11. I had to add 11.
Huh?
Was it 11 minutes that we had to cut out?
And also 11.
11.
Sure it wasn't 9? 9, number 9.
No, it was
9.
11.
Do you know what number 9 is? Number 9. It means nothing to you. Oh my God, I'd hate to be your age. There's a very famous Beatles song. If you played it backwards, the devil would possess you forever.
Spooky.
Spooky.
I'm already possessed by the devil.
So you want to wrap it up?
Well, we can, yeah.
We can?
Yeah. Like a present?
Like a present.
Thank you for joining us. I don't know what photo we will use.
Oh.
We could be... I look like Freddy Krueger again, so...
I don't have a picture of Freddy Krueger.
You know I was Freddy Krueger for Halloween. Now, that's not a good thumbnail. People don't care about me dressing up as Freddy.
I don't dress up for Halloween.
Oh, okay. Well...
come up with something. It's the actual
Blip, 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 blip.
on Buzzsprout. It doesn't make any difference, but on YouTube, the thumbnail, I think makes no difference. But well, some of the best thumbnails didn't go very well, and some just average thumbnails went well. So
The one that's got Jared in it at the end's got the most
like I
views.
said, some of the best. Oh, maybe everybody's into Jared. They want to see
Maybe we should just put a
what
photo
you
of
sleep
maybe,
with. Maybe
should we
they wanna-
Photoshop Jared's head on Natasha because they'll think that Jared's here. That's what everyone... I don't know.
Legally, I don't think we're allowed to do that.
Okay.
And then you can't Photoshop. I can't Photoshop your face onto a naked body.
Well, why would you want to do that anyways, you pervert?
Well, I think Natasha was topless there, so we can't put Jared onto a naked body. It's against the law.
We're
Have you
rambling.
seen all the... Yeah.
Have a good week, guys. And we'll see you next week. Hopefully Peter is even less croaky next week. But
I told it sexy by you.